Okay, we're looking at a table and we're trying to determine a linear equation from those table of values. Now this could be done a few different ways. Okay, one way we see here they're giving us y equals mx plus b, and it looks like the slope is all the same, so we can't really determine which one is better than the other based on slope because they gave us all the same slope. Now they got that from doing your 4 minus a minus 6, so change in y over change in x, which is 10 over 2, which is 5, so that's okay. Now I know from a little bit of experience that I actually got lucky with this table, the fact that when x is 0, my y is 4. A 0, 4 coordinate actually gives me my b, or my y-intercept. So in this case, I know right away that my answer choice is B, because they're giving me a y-intercept of, not B, I'm sorry, of A, because I want my y-intercept to be positive 4. Now you could use your slope, y minus y1, and use your point slope form, which we've been working with quite a bit, and say, okay, y minus, and I could just use my easy, well, let's use 2 and 14. Y minus 14 is equal to 5 x minus 2. Y minus 14 is equal to 5x minus 10. Add 14, y is equal to 5x plus 4. I could use that, and basically what I've done there is I've used this as my x1 and my y1, and I've used this as my slope, and I've used point slope here. Okay. Now you could also, again, you could use your graphing tool or your calculator. You could plug in, let's say you plugged in 2 for answer choice B, and you did 5 times 2 minus 4, and you got 6. Oh, when I plug in 2, I need 14. 5 times 2, 10 plus 30, plus 20 is 30, so that doesn't work. If I plugged in 2, okay, I could get a 14 by using this one, 5 times 2 plus 4. All right, and then I could also graph each of these. You can actually graph 2 lines at a time. 5x plus 4, let's evaluate 5x minus 4, and we could graph both. And they'll actually give you a table for both too. There's my other line. Second table, they'll give me a table for both. If you see here, you see this? And where x is 0, in my original line plus 4, my y is 4. And then the other one's 4. So it actually gives me the results of 2 lines. So I can compare the table of both lines. And you could do the same thing with this question, same amount of steps. Now, if you're trying to get your slope-intercept form from a table, the first thing you need to do is, okay, I'm going to find slope. Change in minus a minus 14, change in y over change in x. This is my y value. Now, if I use 19 minus 14, I got to use 4 minus 3. This is really negative 19 plus 14 over 4 minus 3. The difference between 19 and 4 is negative 5 over 1. Here's my slope, negative 5. And then I can use any one of these points as my x1, y1. So I could just do y minus the negative 19 is equal to negative 5, x minus 4, y plus 19 is equal to negative 5x plus 20, subtract 19, y is equal to negative 5x plus 1. So this is one way you can find, or a great way, or the best way to find your slope-intercept form, which is your y equals mx plus b. Don't forget up here, we use a different way, a few different ways. Found slope, use our point slope like we did here. That's the best manual way. Find your slope, use your coordinates, but there are some ways using a calculator by plugging in or by graphing these and using a table to find which one's correct.